Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. This week is my daughter's birthday, so I am going to attempt to make a jewelry slash nail polish holder of sorts to mount to our wall. So that's gonna be what this video is, my step-by-step of how I am making this little storage shelving thing. So I will set up my saw and find a place to put this camera, and I'll see you in a minute. Yep, so here's me just pretty much cutting the pieces of wood, and the sides I cut to 8 feet, so it is going to be a pretty tall unit, and then the shelves I cut to 18 inches, and I cut 10 shelves and I only needed 8, so but it's better to have more than too little. After that, I just gave them a little bit of sanding, especially on the edges where I cut, or any places that were a little bit rough, to make sure that they were ready to receive the primer and paint. And then after that, since it gets a little messy, then I just gave them a good wiping down to make sure everything was off of them. And then I added my just basically wood primer to make sure that the paint I apply to it will stick. So that's basically what this is. I pretty much just painted 2 sides and then let them dry, and then I came back and I painted the other. Then after that, after I did all those, then it was time to get my paint ready. Okay, so I've moved on to the painting part of the project. I still have a couple pieces that are drying from the primer, so that's half of them because I cut some more pieces this morning. But then these, I did give 1 coat of paint on 2 of the sides, and I did those with a brush, but I'm wondering if the roller is going to work better, so I'm going to try the roller on these 2 other sides. Yeah, I'm not sure because the brush will leave streak marks, but yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I just need to see how this is going to cover. And basically, this is just regular trim paint. It's the semi-gloss trim paint. It's leftover trim paint I have from other things, and I'm just using a foam roller. Actually, I don't even know why I'm painting this side. That's going to be the back of the show. So, yeah, I'm just not sure what I like better. I might like the streakiness of the paintbrush, but yeah, I'll show you a closer picture of how these look. Okay. I don't even know if you could see. If I try to angle it, oh, right there, you could see how it gives like a streaky look to it. That's just using the paintbrush, and then see, but then this kind of gives it a kind of like a bumpy look. So it kind of looks more rough. So I don't know if as that dries it will just get flatter, but I don't know. I might just have to do, I just might have to do the brush again. I don't know. So regardless, I'll probably have to put 2 coats on this, so I might as well just do that quickly with the roller, and then I will decide eventually which method I like better. So I have the first coat of paint on pretty much all of these, and I decided for the sake of time that I'm just going to use the roller on all of them except for the side that's going to face out. Then I will use the brush on that. I don't think I need to be, you know, as particular about the rest. I don't think you're really going to notice it, but the part that faces out, then I'll use the brush, because I do like the brush, the way the brush makes it look better than the roller. But you know, for time's sake, I am going to use the roller because it's so much quicker. So that's what I'm doing. Now that the boards have all been primed and painted, I'm just figuring out what order I want the shelves in, because there are imperfections in this wood that I got. I'm just making sure that if there's an imperfection, that if it's a lower shelf, the imperfection will be on the bottom so it doesn't show, or if it's on the top, one of the top shelves, it will be on the top, so it won't be as noticeable. So that's pretty much what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of laying out in what order things will go. And I already got this one because it has two like little, these are actually where there were knots in the wood. So that will be facing down. That will be my very bottom one. And then this one's pretty good. That could go, yeah, I could kind of go more towards the middle. Let's see, this one has a little bit of stuff here. Now that I've put my shelves in order, I realized I cut and painted 2 additional shelves. For some reason I had in my head that there was going to be 10, but there's only 8. So I got to pick the 8 best, which is good. So those are in order, and I've marked my sides with where I am going to drill holes. I think that only 3 of the shelves are going to actually get screws, and the rest will just get nails, because I'm going to have to try to hide the holes, and it's much easier to hide nail holes than it is screw holes. So yeah, I think I'm going to do on either end and then one in the middle, and then the rest will just they'll be held by nails, but yeah, not by screws. So we'll see how that works. But now I'm just gonna drill my holes. So I finished adding all the shelves, so my frame is totally completed, and now I just need to add a few things, one being ribbon. I'm going to be adding ribbon just above some of the shelves to make sure that these bottom shelves are going to hold nail polish, to make sure that they don't fall out onto the floor. So I just picked, well, thin little ribbon that matches the decor, and yeah, well, I'm going to try to nail it. I might nail it and hot glue it just for extra security, just to make sure that it stays, but we'll see how the nailing goes. So this is what it looks like, and you can see with the ribbon in front of the shelf, and I'm going to complete the rest of them. Now that all my ribbons are attached, the last thing to do is put on the hooks that will hold the necklaces and the bracelets, and I have drilled some pilot holes to make it easier to screw those in. The only thing I would do differently is on this shelf for bracelets where it's narrow, I would drill the holes before I actually assembled it, and it makes it very difficult to drill holes at that angle. So if I had to build another one of these, I would definitely do the little holes first. So that would make it much easier. But let's see, you could see all my little holes. I measured them all out, and I have my little hooks, and they just pretty much just screw right in here. It's pretty easy once you have actual, holes drilled for them. And that's it. So here's the finished product installed, and you can see she started putting her stuff on it, but there's little shells for just little nail polishes and little chapsticks, and then bracelets and little necklaces. And all I did to install it was I got these little L-shaped brackets. I actually found them in the section of Lowe's that has their little drawers that you pull out, and there's a bunch of different types of hardware, and this is one that was labeled Hobby, and it's just L-shape, and I was able to screw part of it into the actual shelving unit, and then the other I anchored into the wall. So I did that at the top and the bottom, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this how-to video of how I made this shelving unit, and I will see you next time. Bye. I decided that I would see what it would look like if I painted the front door gray as well. So it's always been white, and I mean, it's just paint. If I don't like it, I could always paint it back.